Hi there, this is a quick casting update for House of the Dragon. This isn't a rumor, this is official confirmation that actor Anthony Flanagan has been cast as the Kingsguard Steffon Darklyn. Now if you watch my channel, you'll remember almost a month ago I posted an earlier video, it was short, 7 minutes, saying we already suspected he was playing a Kingsguard because we saw in his CV that he was in the show. And as it happened, we got a really good spy photo of him in full Kingsguard armor. So we knew he was playing a Kingsguard. The question was, which one? There was just a wave of IMDb updates for House of the Dragon, and it lists him as Steffon Darklyn on there. So we know what he's playing. He is a actor of note in Britain. This isn't just some minor extra. So, yeah, it looks like Steffon Darklyn will be a speaking role in this. That's just a quick update. I'm just dashing this off. The wider issue this touches on, though, is how they're handling all of the Kingsguard. Because there's supposed to be 7 Kingsguard. And in the books, Harold Westerling dies of old age in the middle of King Viserys' reign, and Criston Cole replaces him as the Lord Commander. Now, we don't know the exact composition of the Kingsguard at the beginning of Viserys' reign, but we know what it was at the end of his reign. 7 guys. There was Criston Cole, then the identical twins Eric and Eric Cargyle, who have also been cast. They're these actors, the Tittenzor brothers. So all those 3 have been cast. And there's 4 more. I talked about this in the earlier video. I'm taking that video down because it's redundant with this one. This is an update to that. The question was, what are they doing with the 4 remaining ones? That Eric and Eric join different sides in the Civil War. Criston Cole sides with Aegon II. Of the remaining 4, Rickard Thorne and Willis Fell went over to Aegon II. But Steffon Darklyn and Laurent Marbrand went over to Rhaenyra. That the Civil War split the Kingsguard in half, or nearly in half, the odd number 7. So 3 out of 7 went to Rhaenyra. They stole her father's crown to give it to her, whereas Aegon got Aegon the Conqueror's crown. So the question is, will all 4 of these be specific speaking roles, or will some of them be condensed together, and is that necessarily a bad thing? Well, to start off with, they might not cast all of these for Season 1, based on what they did for Game of Thrones, where they just have guys standing around as extras in Kingsguard outfits, and the season that they had a significant plot line, they would then cast someone. I'm thinking of Mandon Moore, the Kingsguard who nearly killed Tyrion at the Battle of the Blackwater in Season 2. They only cast a specific person to play Mandon Moore in Season 2, and he's supposed to just be in the background, one of the extras dressed as Kingsguard in Season 1. So they might not introduce all of them in Season 1 as speaking roles, but they might be free to do that later. Of the remaining 4, Rickard Thorne and Willis Fell both have distinct storylines. I'm not going to go into spoilers, but you couldn't condense them easily into one character. You could diminish them as characters. They might not be that big of a role, but they need to be there for something. Again, I didn't expect a reasonable adaptation wouldn't necessarily have turned Mandon Moore or Preston Greenfield into major characters. The show mentions Preston Greenfield by name as an Easter egg, but no one was ever credited as playing him, much less like the Kettle Black brothers and all that other stuff. They really didn't need to. I don't blame them for that. But that's, of course, they cut so many other things out eventually. But Season 1, no one had a problem with, look, we didn't expect every Kingsguard to be a character. On the other hand, the last 2 remaining ones, Steffon Darklyn and Laurent Marbrand, there is an argument for condensing them into one character. Steffon Darklyn becomes the new Lord Commander of Rhaenyra's Queensguard, as the most senior one of the 3 that went to her side. So he's reasonably important. He would be in Season 1 stealing her father's crown, presenting it to her for her coronation, which leaks say is near the end of the season. But in the story, he kind of randomly dies when they're trying to tame the wild dragons. and he gets replaced by Laurent Marbrand, who then serves with Rhaenyra for the rest of the thing. So I can see the argument for, let's give Steffon's death to Laurent Marbrand, because he's a minor character, and condense them into one speaking role. That TV Steffon will be the Lord Commander of Rhaenyra's Queensguard through, like, season 3 or 4. And the other one will die. I can see an argument for that. After all, it's not a book they're adapting, it's just an outline. You might want to move things around. Or they could table the issue, by which I mean postpone it, by they could later cast someone else to play Laurent Marbrand in Season 2 and just have a placeholder guy who doesn't talk a lot in Season 1. There is a theory going around, however, that they're going to condense and expand things in such a way that maybe they're not going to have Harold Westerling die by the end of Season 1, because they cast major actor Graham McTavish to play it. And it makes sense that he'd be, okay, Season 1, he's an older man who remembers the generations before this era of peace, and things have gotten kind of decadent and corrupt. There's a theory that they might condense Harold with the role of Steffon Darklyn, that Harold would live and be the one who switches sides and sneaks off to Dragonstone to become the Lord Commander of Rhaenyra's Queensguard. Then I guess Aegon II would just promote up Criston Cole to be Lord Commander of his remaining Kingsguard. That might be an interesting dynamic. Again, he's really just mentioned in one sentence in the original Fire and Blood outline. And you wouldn't want to waste the actor, and there is an argument for condensing it that way. I'm not sure, because we know, just from the teaser trailer, Harold is alive longer in Season 1 than he should be in the source material. That you see him behind adult Alicent when she's holding up the dagger. That's actually a couple of years after he died in the books in that scene, so we don't know what they're doing. I'll believe that when I see it. You never know, that there's ways to condense around minor characters like this, but it's nice to know this guy is accredited as Steffon Darklyn, but the TV Steffon Darklyn might be distinct from the book one and condensed, and might be different. They're calling him Steffon. Maybe he's Steffon and Lauren in one character. Not sure, but this isn't rumor, this is confirmed.